Hey everyone, this is Anthony Hannigan. We're back at Music Moose and we're dissecting the mechanical makeup of a mandolin and what you can do to keep it steady and stable while you're playing in the field. Get yourself a ruler. Joe has, let me use this ruler right here, which is a mechanical ruler, which is exact, precise, down to the 1/100ths. I don't know if you have to get that precise, but if you want to, that's fine. Luthiers, I know, do when they're building this all out. To set up our bridge, it's so very, very simple. All you need is a ruler and a tuner. Okay, one of the questions came up, what kind of tuner do I use? I use the IntelliTouch tuner that was eaten by a dog, and I took another part of another IntelliTouch tuner, so I have a hybrid now, the bare bone hybrid, I call it. And basically that, it just turns on, it clicks on to the instrument back here, and I'm going to hold that upright in a second, because that's how we get our tonation. As far as me caring about scratching the instrument, this instrument is a tool to me for the trade that I am in, so it is going to get broken in and worn out. The headstock is decorative anyhow. I've seen people lose this part and everything else, and it's of no high concern for me, but if it is for you, that's great. I don't advise. You should definitely take care of them. So what we want to do to get our bridge here, we're going to take the ruler, line it up at the nut, right at the base of the nut, and measure down right to the end of the 12th fret. Okay? And it should be the same exact distance from the end of the 12th fret to the top of your bridge down here. And as I can see by this one is exactly in. So if you ever do move your bridge, if you remember that rule, you'll be extremely in good position for later on. Another good trick is just to take a number 2 pencil and mark the edges right here so you can get back to your guidelines when you're moving things around. Don't be afraid of it. Once you do it a few times, it becomes second nature, and it's a good habit to get into, especially with tonation, because next we'll do a bow every once in a while, and you might have to move it up and down to the tonation true. So what you can do, once you line this up, let's do this again, right to the nut, down to the edge of the 12th fret, and from the 12th fret all the way down to the bridge should be exactly the same distance. That's going to give us the guidelines of everything. And then what we want to do from that point is go off the harmonic. And I'll show, you'll see the way that this tuner is lined up. It's got a little sink in there, and it gives you arrows to go up or down. Actually, kind of foolproof. Don't pay attention to the teeth marks, as if you leave it out to a new puppy or something. They are chewable. This one still works. It's remarkable. And then basically what you can do, once you get it up, you can move this bridge. You can slide it right up and down. And the one thing I want Joe to zoom in, there is a super snug fit on this, and a lot of the luthiers and people at some of the manufacturers will do this for you too. It's important not to have any sort of gaps in there at all. And this is pretty much airtight, very low resistance, low profile to the instrument. What I'm able to maintain here with this arch, if you look, I have a high action off the bridge for vibration, but a very low string height. Recommendations for the string height is flexible. It depends on your style of music. This one's set right up just a little bit about 1/100th of an inch, which is very low. It doesn't meet factory norms by any means, but it meets my standards, and I like it a lot. That's why I'm able to play it hours a day. So once you get that tuner, hit the harmonic on the 12th fret. And this one is right in, so there's no movement. But if it's low, you want to move your bridge up, and if it's sharp, you want to move your bridge back. Fractions of a 1/10 of an inch at a time, because you don't want to get in any kind of, if you can't zero it in, it's time to give a luthier a call and have them do maybe a neck reset for you. So that's pretty much the anatomy of the instrument and some general things you can do. We're going to get into some cleaning stuff. This is not a prime example, but I'm going to get a cloth off Joe here. I'm going to show you what you can do as far as when you're cleaning it and before you do a string change and whatnot. So enjoy. Get those out and start tinkering around with them.